Amber Heard's lawyer claims they saw their own ex-wives in custody disputes. Johnny Depp only won because his supporters saw him as a victim of cancellation culture and anti-establishment hero. The defamation trial of Johnny Depp against Amber Heard, the case of the decade, was unhealthily televised and publicized around the world. As a result, a horde of an audience divided straight down the middle, a massive opinion influencing debates and disputes online in an attempt to carry out judgments on who should be held accountable, a jury and courtroom matter drawn out in the public sphere. As a result, any judgment would manage to upset public sensibilities when the cumulative mass of individuals checking in every day to reduce a defamation trial into binary. It was either mocking or nonchalant charm that became ruling variables of innocence or guilt. Amber Heard's lawyer critiques public opinion's influence. Jennifer Robinson, the lawyer who represented Amber Heard in the London libel trial, and Dr. Kana Yoshida, with who she co-authored the book titled How Many More Women, rallied a scathing critique against the base humiliation that was levied against her client throughout the trial against Johnny Depp. What was then described as an almost animalistic and jarring description of humans reduced to bellowing, yelling boorish mass lined up outside the royal court, grown men dressed as Johnny Depp, or at least as his screen characters Jack Sparrow and Edward Scissorhands. They had taken up his cause as if it were their own. While the slogans chanted "Men Too," "Gold Digger," "Amber Lies," "Amber the Abuser," Robinson paints a picture of what she understood lying underneath the screams and name-callings. In Johnny Depp, it was as if they saw the victim of a cancel culture supposedly obsessed with bringing white masculinity down. The actor had somehow become an everyman, unfairly accused and subject to the same witch hunt that had seen the demise of every guy who had made an off-color office joke since Me Too. Every man who had been sacked for coming on to the junior women at work or making now inappropriate comments. They saw their own ex-wives in custody battles, and the child support they had been forced to pay. They saw all of this in Johnny Depp. To them he was an anti-establishment hero, the kind he so convincingly played in movies. However, Johnny Depp and everything he symbolized were not simply picked up by every man. Once the libel trial took a straight path across the water in a Virginia courthouse, the entire world was quick to arm itself in more than just cries and slogans. The influence of public opinion on the defamation case. For the duration of the 2022 defamation trial, which began in April and concluded on June 1st, the public logged in and out like clockwork as proceedings unfolded in the Fairfax County courtroom, and once the day's proceedings were completed, proceeded to compile the bullet points, create memes and videos, juxtapose them with nonsensical music or hacus, and disseminate the products on the internet. The defamation trial was transformed into a playground for the public's perception of a warped reality, an arena situated between the realms of what is real and what is fabrication. Documentation of abuse, audio-visual cassettes, evidence or lack thereof, all of it served to satisfy the public's insatiable curiosity and sadistic need to humiliate rather than to be compassionate. In the end, the jury verdict was only a drop in the ocean of rage that played out like a digital reincarnation of the Hunger Games, and no one was satisfied until blood was drawn in the battle that determined not innocence or guilt, but which side could rationalize the other into submission.